Hi there. Today is July 30th, Saturday, 2022, making this the week 30 Create Brilliance update. I was about to say return to creativity, but that was last year's theme. Hi, how are you doing? Oh my goodness. How's your week been? You may notice that things look a little different behind me. That's because I moved my computer desk. So, yep, kind of, changing things around. The reason for the change, I'll get into in a minute. Actually, no. Let's just go ahead and deal with that. So the reason for the change is my desktop computer has decided that it doesn't want to wake up. Now, whether this is a power glitch or something more serious, I don't know yet. That remains to be seen. I tried all manner of ways to awaken it, including looking up some things I hadn't tried before on Dr. Google. But yeah, it did not want to wake up. So not dead, but it's potentially in a coma. And so that happened Thursday night. So in order to do my Twitch stream on Friday, I'm like, well, I got to hook everything up to the laptop, which thankfully, and I am super grateful for this. Todd gifted me a new laptop for Christmas this past year so that when I was traveling, I could, be that much more effective working and while away. And yeah, so I'm really grateful that I have that, backup, that I have that option to pivot to. And it came in handy. So I'm like, well, while I've got everything unhooked, let's move the desk. So yeah, this is almost where the desk will be in the future. My plan had been to, and I think I talked about this before. My plan had been, what you're looking at is the what I call the back wall of my home office, and along this wall is where I want the counter height work surface to be, all along the back of there in front of that window and everything. And then my desk would, sitting at my desk, I'd have my back to it, but I could also just turn around and, work and have storage underneath and yeah, all that great stuff. Not there yet. And I had started moving stuff around in the office, but had gotten derailed by projects and other things. And it was easy to just kind of put it off, put it off, put it off. And yeah, and one of the big things was I didn't want to have to unhook my computer, all the peripherals, all the everything, all the cables. I didn't want to have to deal with that. So the other night when I had to deal with it, it doesn't matter that it's 9 o'clock at night. I decided, sure, let's rearrange. So anyway, the I am gonna take the desktop in and see. Like I said, hopefully it's just like a power supply issue, something that can be fixed or replaced easily. I'm gonna try. It's been off and unhooked for a couple days now. I'm gonna give it one more chance to see if it'll boot up, and if so, I'm gonna be doing some backups before anything else happens. Because I thought I'd been really good about backing things up, but apparently the last couple of projects are not backed up. Now that's okay. It'll be really sucky if I lose the entire Merfolk Zodiac because I just finished that on Tuesday. Or I'm sorry, Wednesday. But yeah, that would suck to lose all that work because that was not completely backed up. But it may be. Now, what sucks a little bit more is the fact that the Just Desserts cookbook, coloring book. Yeah, no, don't get excited. It's not a cookbook. Coloring book. Those files had not made it onto either my offsite or on-site backups. I thought I'd gotten a lot better about, syncing stuff. Apparently, I did not. So yeah, lesson learned. Hopefully for good this time. The good news is that the coloring book itself is uploaded on Amazon, so it's available whenever anyone wants it. And I did get the surface pattern stuff done this week, and samples have been ordered. So as soon as I know that everything's gonna print right and stuff, then I will let y'all know. where you can order the Just Dessert stickers and even some fabric goods. Yeah. So one way or the other, that's okay. I can deal with that data loss if that's the case. But even if the desktop decides that its time has passed, well, 5 years old, so who knows? And I have expected a lot of it in those 5 years. Um, I'm hopeful that they can get in there and pull my data off. That would be really nice. But anyway, let's see what else creative wise. I did some book editing. I started on my next soft sculpture, so I'm happy about that. I've had the base pieces cut out for a month or more, but yeah, I finally started doing some of the quilting on them. So yay, progress. It's a slow start, but it's a start. I'm looking at my list on my planner to see what else I remember to do. Um, yeah, I've been doing some trainings, some things online. Working on the book a bit, and oh, I made this headband. I'm not gonna take it off because then my hair will get messed up. But see, it's little similar to the necklace that I made last week. Actually, did I show y'all that? Let me go grab it because I don't to you without following this. All right, so this was the necklace that I made. Kind of a little twisted. Don't get it twisted. But yeah, oh yeah, you can't really see it because of the banner. There we go. So this is the necklace that I had made based on, well, adapted from a 1941 crocheted collar pattern. And I was inspired by that to kind of refine the flower design into these little 5-pointed guys, which I think kind of looks a little bit like jasmine. Um, so yeah, that I made that this week so that I would have something lightweight and fun to wear with my panda dress. Because I knew I was like, oh, I haven't worn that in a while. Let's do that. So yeah, that's been my main like outward creativity thing. What I have to show for it. Yeah, the office being discombobulated because I decided to move things at the drop of a hat. That's not so much show worthy right now, but I have a lot of work to do still in here. Um, and then yeah, so that kind of brings us to, so it's kind of a slow week for that, but it kind of brings us to the the thoughts, the brilliance thoughts on brilliance today. Yeah, I'm all speaking of discombobulated, that describes me. Um this week I'm gonna go with brilliance is a gamble. Um and some people are not, or risk of, or rather some folks are risk averse. um they they don't want to take the chances, and I completely understand that. There is a lot to be said for stability and and knowing that knowing that it's like that, what is the word, it's not stability but it's security. There we go. Stability and security are very important for people, and I completely understand that because they're very important to me too. And this past year and a bit has been a gamble. It has been a risk. And it's one that I am still risking. It's active risk. But if you have someone that believes in you, or you have enough belief in yourself, hopefully both, then it may be a risk worth taking, maybe a gamble worth rolling the dice on. So yeah, but yeah, every day is a gamble. Again, that whole nothing is guaranteed. Um, they say death and taxes. Knock on wood that neither of those come when you're least expecting. Um, but yeah, we never know. Never know what's going to happen. We never know what the next phone call is going to bring. We never know um, when something is going to happen to us or to someone we know and love. So every day is a gamble. We just choose how much to risk. So just like loving people is a gamble because you open yourself up. Yeah, I know I'm kind of going way off here, but follow me. Follow me. Trust the process. So when we open our hearts to love someone or something, we risk the hurt because we're making ourselves vulnerable. Um, when we open up our life, try something new, to try something we love, to follow the path that feels right, but everyone says could be wrong, it's scary. It's a gamble. It's making ourselves vulnerable, vulnerable to failure, vulnerable to ruin in some cases. Thankfully, I have a safety net. I'm not just out here on my own. But yeah, but having the computer go do its thing or not, as the case may be, this week, and also hearing about a friend who just out of kind of randomly tested, well, not randomly, but wasn't feeling well and tested positive for COVID. It's like it's out there. Everything is a gamble. So we try and do the best we can to keep ourselves safe. Um, both in health and in data. I thought I was doing a good job backing up my files, but I gambled. I gambled a little too long. And so now I am dealing with the gamble of whether or not they're going to be recoverable in one way, shape, or form. And so you're saying, well, that's not incredibly brilliant of you, Jennifer. And it's like, no, no, it's not. The reason for that is because I did not take the time to check and make sure that everything was backed up. Um, so I gambled with that. So yeah, but sometimes brilliance is, but it's also because I rolled on to the next project immediately. And some people say that is what you just have to do, and other people say no, you need to take a minute. It's a gamble. Maybe you stop, you do your due diligence, and you make sure all the I's are dotted and T's crossed, only to lose the idea that you had that you didn't take the time to write down something. Who knows? We don't know. We cannot go back and change the past. We cannot predict the future. We take a gamble every time based on what we think we know. And I thought I knew that I had backed everything up. I thought wrong. Anyway, clearly I'm not panicking. If I lose data, I lose data, and that is my fault. That is a consequence of my actions or inactions. Um, it's not something I'm hoping for, but it is something I accept as a possibility. Such, it's the way it is. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Brilliance this week. Is the gamble. And some people say, gambling isn't smart. They would probably be correct. Not going to argue with them. At the same time, though, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, you got to do what you got to do, and sometimes you do have to take risks in order to make headway. So yeah, take the risks that feel right for you, and leave the other ones, and choose security when that's what you need to do. Okay. So, the upcoming week, take care of yourself. Back up your data. Let my lesson be a lesson you do not have to learn as well. Back up your data both on site and off site. Um yeah, no such thing as too many backups. One of these days I need to just like put a little sign on my desk that says, did you back up to, did you back up that file you just made? um Thankfully nothing drastically important was lost or is potentially lost. Again, I still don't know the status of the thing. So take care of yourself, take care of your data. And yeah, if you have the bandwidth, fun, um the time, the inclination, the energy, take care of other people, take care of those that you care about, tell them you care about them. I appreciate all of you who join me each week and keep up with my ramblings on what I've got going on. For those of you who wondered, I did mention a few weeks ago that I was going to start vlogging again, and then I have not. The reason was I was like, yeah, no, still not ready to do that after all. Still, yeah, we're gonna still hold off on that. Um, but yeah, so yeah, take care of yourself, take care of those around you that you love, and be safe. Be good to yourself, and of course, never be afraid to show the world your brilliance. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.